Greetings! Welcome to my brand new channel and my first ever video on this channel. The channel's name is AI Uni, as in cart uni, but we get rid of the cart, and AI Uni. So the purpose of this channel is to showcase my work and simultaneously improve my skills. I intend to post as often as possible, hopefully daily, but let's see how that goes. So to initiate this channel, I decided to draw something topical. I think I've seen him somewhere before. Yeah, somewhere. So the first thing I need to decide is what parts of his face to exaggerate. For me, I see a long nose. I see a larger jaw than a forehead. The forehead needs to be made smaller, the jaw needs to be made more prominent. His ears are quite protruding, so I'd like to exaggerate that. His eyes, I think, can be made smaller. With these basic decisions, I draw a very rough sketch. It's not very detailed, it's just a very rough sketch of what I would like to see. So from there, I reduce the opacity, I trace over it, refine the sketch a little bit, shade it in, give some form to the sketch. So I've got an idea of where everything is in 3D space. The next step is to, again, reduce the opacity and then decide roughly where the center line is. The few problems I can see are that this ear definitely needs to come down. The chin is not centered. It needs to come this way. The nose looks okay. Remember, the nose is protruding, so the center line is fine from that point and that point. And obviously, because the nose comes in 3D space this way, it's off center. This jaw looks too sharp. I think I would soften it, maybe bring it out a little bit. The grin doesn't quite look like a grin. I think the grin should come up somewhere there. The lips probably should be reduced in size and a little bit centered. This area here needs to be emphasized slightly more, so the slight chuckle he has on his face. Also, I've changed my mind about the size of his body. In many caricatures, sometimes you get them to have a huge head, small body, but in this case, I think I would have a more imposing figure. So a bit more accuracy towards the reference image. After the opacity is changed, I draw the abstraction. Now the abstraction should not be an absolute trace of the original sketch, and it's not. As you see, the changes that I kind of said that I would make, I've done. So I've made the ears smaller, I've changed the position and the weight of the lips. The chin is now more centered. The angle of the jawline is slightly smoother and slightly different as well. The curvature of his cheeks are different from the initial sketch. They were a little bit lower there. That didn't quite work because the bags under his eyes, they really should be touching the top of the curvature of his cheeks. So I changed that. The chuckle is slightly more prominent with the emphasis on the cheek. The cheeks were lower here, and in the abstraction, the cheeks are a little bit higher. The eyes have stayed almost the same. There was a slight adjustment to the placement of the eyes, but it was very marginal. The eyebrows definitely have changed. I wasn't happy with that eyebrow there. It just was a little bit weak, and it didn't match the reference image, his eyebrows there. After having drawn the abstraction and refining it a few times, there were issues the first couple of times that I drew it. It doesn't take long to draw an abstraction. Even if you do it multiple times, you can just do it again, trace over again, trace over again. While drawing the abstraction, I tried making smooth strokes with the pen. So if you draw very slowly, sometimes you can get visible problems with the line. Whereas if you draw a lot quicker, you can usually get smoother lines and there's less artifacts in the line. Having drawn the abstraction, I then put in a grey background, trace it as well as possible underneath the abstraction. There's no need to reduce the opacity simply because the drawing underneath needs to match it anyway, so it's fine. Refine it as well as possible. I didn't capture the drawing process in this instance, and I will do next time in my following videos. Once I'm relatively happy with the drawing, I refine it even further, change the colors of certain areas, that the ears become a little bit more pink, the nose slightly redder, the eye is definitely redder, and there's more yellow in his skin here and there. There's more freckles in his face. Just for good measure, I add a backlight. Backlight's not as necessary, but I just like the way it looks. Without the backlight, with the backlight. It just gives it a different dimension. That's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this short initial video. There'll be more videos coming up soon. The next step I would like to do is to create this head in ZBrush and see if we can create a good likeness of this person. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, please like and subscribe. Bye.